So we're 16, bored teenagers, literally, scroty kids, northwest town, nothing happening socially. We play a few records, Beatles, and then Roger, the keyboardist and songwriter in the band, is a year older than me, and him and his mates are into prog. Twiddly diddly bollocks, I couldn't stand it, I hated it. And then all of a sudden punk rock happens, smash, right time, right place. We're 16, 17, and it's on the front pages of papers like The Sun, all these spiky haircuts, safety pins, all these manufactured, what were essentially boy bands. Following on from that was the Manchester punk scene. It was actually parallel. Bands like Buzzcocks, The Fall, Joy Division, all starting round about that time, and that was our backdrop. So we decided to start a band. I could already play a bit of guitar, Roger played a bit of piano, and we started writing songs. And then we were like feral animals, and it stemmed from our childhood. We'd lived on the same street since we were 3. We had this surreal, childish imagination. And we used to hang out at the park at the top. And then a year below us at school was this cocky lad who hung about with us. He wore a duffel coat and said, "Oh, I can sing. And he could. But not only could he sing, he was a fantastic frontman. Michael Hargreaves, Haggis. He was so cocky. And it was just perfect for punk. Punk as fuck, seriously. He was just so good as a frontman. And so we were off. We made a single, Dave Bentley from Bent Records picked it up, and we needed a name. And I can't remember any of the suggestions, but all these names at the time, The Damned, Slaughter and the Dogs, and then we're traipsing through our house, and my mum and dad were very liberal. We could hang out there like pack animals, which we did, and we were starting to dress a bit punky, and my dad made this comment on the lines of, "That's not sensible." So I go, "Not sensible? Not sensible, Notsensibles, the Notsensibles," and we settled on Notsensibles, very pedantic, you can't have a "the" in the front of it. So we were Notsensibles. We'd made a record, we made this iconic album, which was of its day. This bunch of scroats from a working class town, all these silly songs with bits of skits in between. No manufacturing by the music industry whatsoever. It's pure of its day, and it so stands up the test of time. And then we were after doing a second single, and it's the eve of the election, and Margaret Thatcher's just been elected, and Roger's got a 3-chord riff, and in a punky style, and Margaret Thatcher's on the telly, and he just comes up with, I'm in love with Margaret Thatcher, I'm in love with Margaret Thatcher, I'm in love with Margaret Thatcher. And it becomes our sort of hit. It's not, there's such a massive backstory how we went to Market Drayton, and I ended up writing all about it in the book. It just had to go in, and we went on to do a further 4 singles in total, the album, and then it all imploded. But the influence was immeasurable, because more so in Manchester and the North, it was all about that DIY ethic where you could actually make your own records. Buzzcocks, Spiral Scratch was on their own label, and that was a revolution where you can actually do all this yourself. And it's only in the last few weeks I've realised how it's influenced everything. This is a recording studio, this is a rehearsal room, and our record label, that's a woodblock print. You know, we print everything, we make our own record sleeves. So punk rock had such a massive influence, and at the time it was a terrifying arena. You know, you're scared of getting your head kicked in, but what you realise is that these people are actually quite benevolent and all accepting, and that has just carried on into everything, racism, you know, sexuality, it all comes from that open attitude of punk rock. But